Get ready with me while I talk about things I got in trouble for with a really strict dad. So these are things that I think a child would not normally get in trouble for, but I guess we'll see. So starting off strong, I didn't get him or make him a birthday card when I was like 8 or 9. So me and my brother got sent to our rooms for the rest of the day. We tried to call our mom to tell her what happened, and then we got in trouble for that. The next thing I got in trouble for was for not being hungry at breakfast time or not eating all my food at dinner. I mean, it wasn't because I wanted to be skinny or something like that. I was literally just really little and could not physically eat the same amount as my older brother could. I don't understand how that one is that wrong. And on that note, one time I had some food left that I just was not hungry at all. I had eaten so much. So then I said I had to go to the bathroom, then I stuffed it all in my mouth, and then I went to the bathroom and spit it out in the toilet. And when I came out, my dad had his ear to the door and he was like, bruh. And then I was sent to my room and I was crying, and then he came in and he was like, you need to apologize to your stepmom for doing that because now she thinks you hate her food. And she was just making that up to make me feel bad, obviously. She could care less. The next thing I got in trouble for was for texting somebody the poop emoji. Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for that one. The next thing I got in trouble for was for getting car sick and throwing up in the car, and I had to clean it up after. The next thing isn't something I got in trouble for. It's just kind of a weird rule we had, that we had to ask before we could have a snack or just eat in general. We had to ask before we could eat. I don't know, I didn't really realize how weird that one is until now. But also it just doesn't make sense because it's you want me to eat all my food, but then when I'm not hungry you're mad at me, but then when I am hungry you're also mad at me. Make it make sense, pal. The next thing I got in trouble for was for bringing clothes that I bought with gift cards that my dad and stepmom gave me to my mom's house. So I wasn't allowed to bring anything from my dad's house to my mom's house, but obviously my mom didn't care, so she let me bring stuff from her house to my dad's house because the next thing is honestly just a weird story that happened, but my old babysitter for some reason told my dad that I wanted to my siblings, my little sibling, but luckily my dad believed me, and yeah. And the last thing I got in trouble for is telling him that I was happier at my mom's house, and that got me kicked out the house. The full story time is pinned on my page. Let me know if you think these are strict rules or not. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching.
Things my friend told me and I still stayed. I don't think anyone is prepared for what I'm about to say. She told me I wasn't allowed to say that I was Mexican because I grew up in Washington, not California. Got mad at me when I didn't change in front of her. Asked me in front of a group of people why my boyfriend had so much money. Made fun of a video I made and posted it to her Snapchat story, tagging me. And yes, she started off the video mocking me. I told her what makes me anxious, and then she proceeded to trigger my anxiety and then call me insecure and jealous. Would text me my own TikToks, make a comment about them or ask a question about it, but she wouldn't like the video or anything. Would show up to my door unannounced and bang on it until I let her in. Kicker is that my building has security. Got jealous if I made a friend that she didn't know about. Had an extreme obsession with wanting to meet my family. Anytime they were in town, she would want to come to dinner with us. Got genuinely upset one time because she found out my dad wasn't in my apartment and she thought he would be there, so she got upset when he wasn't. And that's not even everything.
Get ready with me while I tell you strict rules my Catholic school had. First of all, they only let us wear studs. In the beginning of the school year, before you enter the classroom, teachers were checking if you had a stud in or any type of earring that's not a stud. Oh, and also, if you do have a stud in, it has to be a certain size. And next is uniform. Our skirts had to be right on our kneecap. If it was any shorter, you would get a demerit. So demerit is a written up warning, and if you get over 3, you have to get detention with the principal at the church. Next is that you weren't allowed to wear makeup. Even if you had chapstick on, you weren't allowed to wear it. I don't even know why they would care if we had makeup on. Another one was our hair. You weren't allowed to have highlights in your hair. I understand if they're saying not to get bright pink or bright color highlights, but you weren't even allowed to get neutral highlights. Okay, next is that boys weren't allowed to have hair touching their eyebrows or covering their ears. Another one is that our shoes could have only been black. And they couldn't have been like black Nike Dunks. They had to be like those boring Sketcher ones. Okay, lastly is not having off on other religious holidays public school have off on. Anyways, that's all for now. Let me know if you guys want me to make a part 2. Bye!
Get ready with me to jump this girl at her own house. Well, kinda, whatever. Let me give you some backstory first. So basically, I woke up 3 fucking hours late. I was supposed to wake up at 6, and then I woke up at 6. I was like, I woke up on time, and I look at my clock, and I go, damn, I'm not doing that today. So I go back to bed until 7:30, look at my clock, damn, I'm not doing that today. Go back to bed until 8, damn, I'm not doing that today. Go back to bed until 8:30, which is the time class starts, and I'm thinking, damn, I'm not doing this today. And now it's 9:30 and I'm not ready and I missed my first period. I've got to stop being late because every single time my dad gets a phone call and then he calls me talking about some, Isioma, why weren't you at school today? Please leave me be. Anyways, let me not drag this too much. Basically, I'm not per se jumping her. I'm just shooting her with a water gun. Because of Senior Assassin, I've got her location locked and ready. I was supposed to get to her house before school started so I could really make sure I got this girl good. So I could really make sure I surprised her. Okay, it's Friday. This is the last day I can do this because I'm not about to chase no one over the weekend. Whatever. So yeah, I set my alarm for 6:30. And I'm like, I'm gonna get to her house by like 7:30. School starts at 8:30. I just want to give myself that time to show up really fucking early, make sure I don't miss her, and then I don't. So I have to go after school today. And I want my mom to sign me out of class 10 minutes early so I can beat her to her own house, but I don't know if my mom's gonna do that anymore because I woke up 3 hours late. I don't want to do that much makeup today because the plan is to come home and take a nap right after school or like right after I hopefully get my Target out for Senior Assassin. But also, I have white bed sheets, and I don't like napping with makeup on because it gets on my bed sheets. So yeah. Also, thank you so much for the support on the last video. I'm so happy that my unfortunate mistakes of dating men are appealing. I feel like I can confidently say nothing that I said was necessarily like super, super bad compared to the shit that other people be experiencing from their boyfriends. It was just weird. Just like very weird stuff. Because what do you mean that you want to on me? That's fucking weird. Anyways, so I keep having to push back detangle day because I've been getting like really, really tired and lazy every single time I need to detangle. Like I was supposed to do it Wednesday, I didn't. I was supposed to do it yesterday. I had volleyball practice. I just came home so late. I didn't. Which means we are now on, I fear, like day 9 hair. Which sounds dirtier than it is because I still wash my hair. I just don't per se fully go in and detangle it until every Wednesday. But it's also weird because when I do my wash and goes, I pretty much re-detangle it anyway, so I don't know. But I like to do my everything showers on Wednesday. So I'm not dirty. Don't say that shit. I'm not dirty. But I'll do all that tonight. Anyways, I've been really fucking craving a poke bowl recently, like hella. I don't know if it's pronounced pokey or poke, but either way, I need it in my mouth ASAP. Don't be weird. I feel like my eyebrow just looks hella weird filled in, like I can't do it. That just looks so weird to me. Bye guys, I'll give you an update on how it went.
Get ready with me for day 1 of never seeing him again. As a lot of you guys have guessed, me and my boyfriend did break up. And last night was probably one of the hardest things that either of us have ever had to do. This is what I mean when I say don't trust social media, because our relationship has never been easy and it's really hard to accept that when you're young and in love, but there comes a point where it's just too much, and honestly neither of us deserved the relationship that we were in. This is his shirt. Last night I was supposed to give him everything back, but I just needed a shirt. And last night was so hard because it was so good. You know, you love someone when in the end you both can just be mature and set aside your differences and wish each other the best and have like one last good everything, you know? Sorry, just give me a second. I need a cry break. I just woke up. I'm not allowed to cry anymore. But I got home at 2 in the morning because neither of us could walk away. Bruh. At the end of the night, after literally like 5 hours of just crying into each other's arms, like you feel the love so much. It's so hard to accept that you can't keep going. We've tried before. We broke up about a year ago for like 4 months and we both really got our stuff together, but at the end of the day, there just seems to always be a pattern. We're both just at the point in our lives where we can't risk it again. Like, yes, what if, but we just can't put ourselves through any more of that. And it's so hard because, like, you want to change. Like, I want to change. Like, I want to keep it going. I don't want anyone else. I'm genuinely being so for real. I do not want anyone else. I don't want to talk to anyone. I want him, you know? But at the end of the day, we were both trying to force each other to be the person that we obviously weren't. Especially me. I struggle a lot in relationships. I always have. And this was my first everything, you know? Like, he was literally my first everything. So I'm trying not to feel so much self-blame right now, but literally right now I just feel like it's all my fault, you know? At the end of the day, you know, it takes two people to burn a relationship to the ground, and it's never been easy. In the 2 years we've known each other, it really hasn't been easy. And it makes it so hard to let go because the goods are so good, but the bads are so bad. You hang on to the good things for so long, but there becomes a point where the pain it's not worth it anymore. My boyfriend broke up with me about a week ago, and honestly, I'm so thankful he did. I would have never done it, and it really is true in the saying, loving someone is letting someone go, because we both just have to let each other go so we can be happy. Yes, we make each other happy, but we also just hold each other back from so much. Not purposely, it's out of love, but we did just really love each other so much that we just kind of destroyed ourselves, you know? I have absolutely no ill will towards him. We both wished each other the best. It's just so hard because we didn't play the future card. We just said if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, you know? But it's just so weird thinking that, like, that could be the last time everything, you know? I never thought we'd have to say goodbye. That's what was so hard. And last time we broke up, you know, we just said see you later because we knew it was for each other, but we just can't keep going. And that's the reality. I wanted it to be him and he wanted it to be me, but at the end of the day, there's gonna be someone out there for you, regardless if it is gonna be me or not. Because I think it's just hard for us losing a person that's been through everything with them. The last 2 years of my life has been the hardest years of my life I've ever had, and he's been there through all of it. And same for him. We've just cried to each other. We laughed with each other. Like, he knows everything about me. I have a lot of stuff that goes on, and it's just scary to think that there's, like, not a person out there that knows me the way he did. You know, I don't want to restart. And I know I didn't have to come on and post any of this or talk about any of this, but I know how hard it is to leave toxic relationships because we've never been able to. I need to heal, he needs to heal, and I want to document that process, whether it just helps me or it helps other people. This is something that's real, and it's something that people ignore and overlook. It's gonna be a roller coaster. Some days are gonna be really, really hard, and some days are gonna be really good and distraction filled. And I have so many big things coming, and I'm gonna look at them as healers and not distractions. And I just hit 1 million yesterday, and that's the day me and my boyfriend left. He's been there from the start. He's been there from before all of this, and it's always just been that, like, marker that we were, like, so ready for. And I hit 1 million yesterday, and we were both so happy. Anyway, I'm ready, and I'm gonna try and clean today. I just really hope you guys are understanding my emotions right now. It's gonna be so on and off. Some days I might be in my healing era, some days I might be in my sad girl era, and I have no idea how I'm gonna cope with this yet. But I am gonna be honest on my platform because this is genuinely one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, and I know there are so many people going through it. Especially at this age, toxicity is so hard to walk away from, but at the end of the day, everyone can do it, and I want you guys to see me come out of this a better person. I love him with my whole heart. I'm sorry, the waterworks. But I could not be more thankful that we were both mature enough to last night to have one last good night and just say our goodbyes and show each other the love that we've always had and be able to leave with no regrets. I feel like we both got the closure we needed, and now it's time to start healing. So hopefully this helped you. Maybe it didn't. I'm gonna go clean my room and stuff. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
I just came out of grade, and I'm gonna give y'all some tips of my experience. I was so quiet, and I still ended up getting talked. Don't be quiet because you'll end up with no friends. So the first time I got bad talked was in math class, and me and my friend got put into separate groups. So she was over there with a popular girl, and I look over there, and I see them, like, mimicking my hair and stuff. Sorry, y'all, don't mind my makeup. But if you don't know, I used to pick my hair. So, like, my hair was really frizzy and stuff at the top. So my friend comes over to tell me the situation, and I'm nervous laughing because I just nervous laugh at everything. And I realized this girl's not taking me serious. So I had to man up, I had to stand on business. And I was like, why are you talking about me? And they were also making fun of my highlighter that I don't blend it in and stuff. So yeah, she walks away because she doesn't want to get in trouble. And then like a paper ball comes flying at my eye. Perfect timing because it hit me like right at the eye, like 7,000 miles per hour. And I start crying because it burned. Like, I actually don't know if it was a paper ball to this day, but it hurt so bad. I was like,
So then I was not staying on business, of course, because I was crying. So it looked like I was crying because they were talking bad about me, but I was really just crying because I got a paper ball in my eye. I ended up going to the bathroom, like, after that, like, just crying because, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so ugly, because they called me ugly, of course. So I basically skipped a whole lunch period, and the principal was looking for me and stuff, and I had to, like, go to the counselor and get a note and stuff, and I went to class, and he thought I was skipping, and don't talk bad about people, because this could happen to them. To this day, me and that friend are still on bad terms. But that's it. Bye, guys.